Good morning, everybody. My name is Sandra Long, hearing officer for the City of St. Louis Conditional Use Hearings. My colleague Steve Narr and I will be conducting today's scheduled hearing on applications for conditional use permits. In addition, Samaya Rocket Morgan is here with us, acting as secretary for the hearing. We are recording these hearings as a permanent record. We ask that you remain on mute if you are not giving testimony. If you are calling from a phone, it is *6 to mute and unmute. If multiple people are sharing a screen, we ask that only one person speak at a time. And please refrain from side conversation during an individual's testimony. These requests are made so we can accurately record the information for those giving testimony. When each address is called by the hearing secretary, I ask that the applicant or representative indicate you are present. I will then ask you to state your name and address for the record. After a time of questions with the applicant, I will call for testimony from any persons in favor of the application. Then I will ask for testimony from any persons in opposition to the application. Following today's hearing, our office will make a recommendation to the Board of Public Service, which is a separate department here at the city. They will make the final determination as no decisions will be made here today. Therefore, you are welcome to leave or stay on the call and listen to the rest of the hearing. The Board of Public Service will notify the applicant by mail or email the findings of your conditional use permit in approximately 2 weeks. So no decisions will be made here today. Samaya, will you please read the first case?
4057 Botanical, AHO 1175224 Leap Academy, Home Daycare, 6 children, B2 Family Dwelling District, Ward 6.
Is there anybody here for 4057 Botanical?
I am.
Please state your name and address, please.
Khalees Lowry, 4057 Botanical Avenue.
You want to explain a little bit about your proposal?
I'm requesting zoning for my in-home small daycare.
What's the age range of the children that you're keeping?
From 12 months to 6 years old.
Do you live at this address?
Yes.
Will you separate the children by ages? If so, how will you keep them separate?
No.
Okay. How big is the area for the daycare?
It is 1,400 square feet.
Will you hire anybody to help you?
Yes.
What types of activities will the children do while at the daycare?
I have a philosophy of learn through play. So it is a Montessori feel. So a lot of hands-on activities, art, science, music, STEM. We do a lot of outside activities. I teach the children to ride bikes. We explore the neighborhood a lot.
Okay. What are your days and hours of operation?
Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Are you gonna prepare food for the children or have it catered?
I prepare lunch.
Okay. And you just have a regular residential kitchen?
Yes.
Are you gonna provide transportation?
No.
Do you have an area for the children to play outside, and is it fenced in?
Yes.
Where's the main entrance to the daycare?
The main entrance, the front door.
That's where the children will be dropped off?
Yes.
How many exits do you have in all?
2 on the main floor. I have an exit for the basement, but the children won't be in the basement. And then I have an exit on the second floor, but the children aren't on the second floor.
Okay. Do you have a handicap accessible exit for strollers or wheelchairs?
No,
How do you dispose of trash? You cannot use the city dumpsters for businesses. Are you aware of that?
no, I wasn't aware of that.
So you'll need to dispose of the trash. If you have a lot of trash, don't burden the city dumpster.
Okay.
Are you gonna post, well, this is the home daycare. Have you reached out to your alderman or neighborhood association?
Yes, both.
I think I have letters from both of them, okay? So this is questions we ask everybody. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No,
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
no,
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
no.
Okay, well, thank you for your testimony.
Okay.
Is there anyone here online that's in support of this application that would like to speak?
I am.
Can I have your name and address, please?
Yes. David Mueller,
How do you spell your last name?
Mueller.
What would you like to add, sir?
My address is 3626 Juniata Street. The thing I'd like to add is that Miss Lowry's Leap Academy, in my opinion, is a great service to the neighborhood. One of the things that I love about it is that almost everybody walks every day, and it creates one of the great things we love about the Shaw neighborhood, which is the walkability of it. Additionally, Miss Lowry has primarily focused on children between the ages of 1 year old, as she said, 12 months, to about 4. And that's a really great service for the neighborhood because it builds this gap between when a lot of people are able to stay home with their infant to the point where they can enter pre-K. And as I hope everyone listening knows, finding daycare that you can trust and daycare that you believe will provide an excellent foundation for your child to both learn to read and have a great understanding of numbers and community before they get into a more established school setting couldn't be more important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else online who would like to speak in favor of this application?
I would.
Can I have your name and address, please?
My name is Christy Albrecht, and I'm at 4247 Russell Boulevard.
What would you like to add, ma'am?
We've known Khalees for 3 years now. We lived across the street from Leap Academy before we moved to the other side of Shaw. And she's been a fantastic neighbor. She's always very conscientious, very caring about the people around her. She's participated in the neighborhood as well, cleaning up the playgrounds and attending community events, even organizing like parent meetups and that kind of thing. So just as she's a wonderful human and is really part of the community and contributes positively to the community. She's also taking care of our daughter for the last 3 years. She's 3 years old now, and has just done a phenomenal job of teaching our daughter and taking care of her. And yeah, I just trust her completely, and she is a wonderful asset to the neighborhood. And Leap Academy is a great thing to have here in Shaw.
Well, thank you very much. Is there anybody else online who would like to speak in favor of this application?
I would also like to speak in favor of the Leap Academy application.
Have your name and address, please.
My name is Britton Howery Lamar, and my address is 3919 McCree.
How do you spell your last name?
HAURY LA
What was the first part of that? I'm sorry.
HAURY
Okay.
LAMAR.
What would you like to add, ma'am?
Just want to add that Leap Academy and Khalees we found through Christy, and we have twins and had a really hard time finding daycare in our local area that didn't have a very long wait list, as I'm sure many of you with children can understand. Our twins have been with Khalil since they turned 1 in August, and they have grown exponentially. They are talking and walking and interacting just in a way that I don't think they would be if they weren't in daycare with Khalil's very focused Montessori educational background. So I would also say that I think it's a great addition to the neighborhood.
Thank you very much. Is there anybody else on the line who would like to speak? It's *6 to mute and unmute on your phone. Is there anybody here in opposition of this application? Okay, thank you. I will call this hearing heard. Maya, will you please read the next case?
#022 Olisa Avenue, AHO 11744424. Different door daycare, home daycare, 6 children, A, single family dwelling district, Ward 6.
Is there anybody here for 4022 Olita? You're muted, ma'am.
Oh, there it is. Okay, hi, I'm Deanna Brown, and I am here for 4022 Aletha.
Please explain what you're proposing to do here.
Run a home daycare. With fewer than 6 children. Sorry.
What is it? That's okay. What's an age range of the children you're going to keep?
6 weeks through 6 years.
How big is the area for the daycare in your home?
Just a little over 800 square feet.
Do you live at this address?
Yes.
Are you going to separate the children by ages?
No.
Okay. What types of activities will you be doing?
We also run a play-based daycare. We, build with blocks and we play with dough and we have dance parties. We go for walks. We spend a lot of time outside.
Are you going to hire anybody to help you?
No.
Okay. What are your days and hours of operation?
Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 5:30 p.m. Once in a while, and a little earlier or a little later by special arrangement.
What would your ideal hours be?
8 to 5:30.
Well, I mean, you're talking about a little earlier, a little later. We want to get those in now.
Oh, like the very earliest we would ever have a child would probably be 6 a.m. Very latest, I mean, 6:30 p.m., I suppose.
Okay. We try to get that in here now because it becomes
Sure, that makes sense.
Your application. Do you have a commercial kitchen or a residential kitchen, and do you provide meals?
Just a residential kitchen, and yes, I do provide meals. We cook together, babies.
Are you going to provide transportation?
Sometimes when I have, just 2-year-olds or higher, we'll take my van and go to the zoo or something like that. So occasionally, yes.
Does your van have any signage on it?
No.
Okay. Do you have a play area outside?
Yes, we have a fenced-in backyard.
Okay, good. Where is the main entrance of the daycare?
The front door.
How many exits do you have?
2.
Are any of them handicap accessible? No steps?
No.
Okay. How are you going to dispose of garbage?
I just learned from the previous hearing that we're not allowed to put our trash in the dumpster, so I'm happy to take it to the dump.
Okay. Have you reached out to your alderman or neighborhood association? I believe I saw letters of support in your file.
Yes, we did. I did reach out.
Okay, we have a letter of support from your alderman.
Uh-huh. I
No,
also reached out to the neighborhood association, but it was kind of late. So I think I reached out to the wrong person first. And by the time I got it all squared away, it was they might not have had time to send a letter.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see one in there. So these are questions we ask everybody. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No,
Will the use cause serious injury to neighboring properties by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
no,
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
no.
Okay, well, thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.
Is there anyone on the line in support of this application that would like to speak?
I'd like to speak.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, can I have your name and address, please? Sean.
Oh, me first? Okay. My name is Sean Faust. It's Sean. Last name F like Frank, A like Adam, U like umbrella, two S's like Sam. Address is 6309 Minnesota Avenue, St. Louis.
What would you like to add, sir?
Yes, I just wanted to say that this daycare is an asset to the community. The sidewalks are always shoveled, especially with the most recent snow. It was one of the only houses on this block that had a clear sidewalk. In addition to that, the kids at this daycare facility are not just sat in front of a TV. They are engaged with and played with, as well as that being done in an educational manner. And lastly, I just would like to say that a lot of the parents at this daycare are in the Tower Grove South area, and they walk and ride cycle to drop their kids off, so it doesn't add any additional congestion to the neighborhood, which I think is an asset. So I just wanted to say my support of this establishment.
Thank you very much. And I think Rebecca, you wanted to speak?
I did. I'm Rebecca
Can I have
Brady.
your Name
Oh, go
and
ahead.
address. Go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
My address is 4050 Wyoming Street, St. Louis, Missouri, 63116.
Okay. What would you like to add?
I also want to add that Diff and Do for Daycare is a asset to the community. My daughter attends. We live in Tower Grove South. We walk, and she's had a great time and learned a lot there, both social, emotionally, and cognitively and physically. They have a great time. They're very good and loving with the kids. We trust them with basically our most precious assets. And really appreciate all they do. They keep kids very well behaved as well. And I really think being around the daycare and in that area, it makes it really joyful to walk by and see kids playing in a sort of quiet and contained manner. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Is there anybody else on the line that would like to speak?
Yes, I would. My name is Cole Welch. Live at 4035 Flora Place. Wildly in support of Deanna and Diff and Do for Daycare. My 4-month-old son, who you see here, just started going there, and there is not anywhere else I would want him to go. We've had family members, kids go through with Deanna in the past. They've turned out great. And with long wait list lines at bigger daycares, we really wanted a personal touch, and her method and results have been great. And so
I bought that house with the
our
collar.
application.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there anybody else online that would like to speak?
Sarah Miller,
Have your name and address, please.
SARAHMILLER, address 4118 McDonald Avenue.
What would you like to add, ma'am?
I live a few blocks away from Diff and Doofers. It's been a true asset and lucky to have them in the neighborhood, either as a parent or as just a neighbor. The children are playing very well. I've been really happy to be a part of that community. The families that are a part of it also really value it. And it is really hard to find daycare, and this is a well-run, very safe place that I feel very lucky to be a part of.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mhm.
Is there anybody else that would like to speak? Is there anybody in opposition to this application? Okay, we'll call this hearing heard. Thank you all very much. Maya, will you please read the next case?
324 Oletha Avenue, AHO 1174524, Miss Bippy's Daycare, Home Daycare, 6 children, A, Single Family Dwelling District, Ward 6.
Is there anybody here for 4024 Oletha Avenue?
That's me, Rebecca
Every-
Thompson.
And what's your address?
4024 Oletha Avenue,
Okay.
St. Louis, Missouri, 63116.
You want to tell me a little about your proposal today?
Well, we also have to, I'm the same with Deanna. It's a conditional use hearing
Okay.
for fewer than 6 home daycare.
Okay. What's the age range of the children you're going to keep?
6 weeks to 6 years.
How big is the area of the daycare in your home?
It's about 800 feet.
Okay. Do you live at this address?
I do.
Are you going to separate the children by their ages?
No.
Okay. What types of activities will the children do while at the daycare?
They play. We don't have any screens. We don't, they just, it's kind of free play. And then we have our schedule. We have breakfast. We go outside on, pretty much all the time. It's been a little bit hard lately.
I understand. Are you going to hire anybody to help you?
No.
What are your days and hours of operation?
Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30.
Are you going to provide meals?
We provide meals. Yeah.
You just have a regular residential kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to provide any transportation?
We don't provide transportation to and from. We go on field trips sometimes.
Okay. What do you use to go on field trips?
A van.
Does it have any signage on it?
No.
Okay. Do you have a play area outside and is it fenced in?
Yes.
What's the main entrance of the daycare? Where is it at? Front, back?
Front.
Okay. Do you have any entrances without steps?
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Do you have any entrances that do not have steps, like handicapped accessible one?
The back entrance.
Okay.
We have a back entrance that goes to the basement and to the back of the house.
Okay. How many exits do you have in all?
2.
So did you hear the testimony about disposal of trash?
Yeah, we did. And we have a
Yeah.
truck, so
Okay.
we can do dump stuff.
You just can't, you can't, businesses just cannot use city services.
Okay.
Are you going to post any signs or anything? I didn't ask anybody else that. You're not allowed signs.
Yeah, we don't have signs.
Okay. And have you reached out to your neighborhood association or alderperson? I think we have a letter for you.
Yeah, and you should have a letter from the alderperson.
Have it?
Velasquez. Yeah.
Okay, so we ask everybody these questions. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No.
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring properties by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
No.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Thank you for your testimony. Is there anyone here in favor of this application that would like to speak? Ms.
Would.
Brown? Can I have your name and address?
4022 Oletha Avenue, 63116.
And your name?
My name is Deanna Brown.
Okay. What would you like to add?
Um, Becky is a dear friend of mine, and obviously she's my next door neighbor. We work very well together to make it a more, it just enhances both of our daycares so well that we can be so close to each other in proximity, and that we're close to each other in friendship. We often can cook our meals together, so one of us can cook while the other one can help with the children. If one of us isn't well, and we can at least, combine daycares as long as we stay under the legal number of 6 children. So it kind of makes it really nice for both of us, and I think for all of the families, and I think for the neighborhood. Like some people have said, it's really hard to find quality daycare, and I feel really good about the work that we do here.
Thank you.
So she's a wonderful child care provider.
Okay, thank you. Is there anybody else that would like to speak?
I would.
Can I have your name and address, please?
Rebecca Brady, 4050 Wyoming Street.
What would you like to add?
I just want to add, we know Becky through Diffin for Daycare, since they're right next door. And she's a lovely person, and we trust her with our newest addition, or in case they need to combine daycares. She's so caring with the children. She really takes time to teach kids about their feelings and give them hugs, and is very warm and welcoming. I also want to say that the daycare helps parents who live in the neighborhood contribute to the community as well. So multiple physicians, especially resident physicians, are there, students, small business owners, and services that give back directly to the community by allowing the parents to work.
Thank you for your testimony. Is there anybody else that would like to speak? Go ahead, Sean. Have your name and address.
Yes, Sean Faust, 6309 Minnesota Avenue, St. Louis. I just want to say this adjacent property daycare. It's also a daycare that doesn't just sit kids in front of a TV. It's engaging with the children. In addition to that, this is also shoveled. They take care of the property, and parents that go here, within walking distance, doesn't add to congestion, asset to the community. Thank you.
Is there anybody else that would like to speak?
Yes, I would as well. Cole Welch.
Name and address.
Yeah, Cole Welch, 4035 Floor Place. Again, you're going to hear much of the comments that you heard on the last application, since they are right next door to each other. But great place. Would send my child to either organization. And as we have more kids, we'll definitely need them as a resource in the community. And so can't speak highly enough of Rebecca and her daycare. And so
thank you. Is there anybody else that would like to speak?
Yes, Sarah Miller, SARAHMILLER, 4118 McDonald Avenue.
What would you like to add,
Just wanted to say, because this is a residential daycare, when it snows, they are still able to provide daycare, which is really helpful. As Rebecca said, a lot of doctors have their children there, like people who are required to work even if there's bad weather. And the fact that a lot of us can walk to daycare is very helpful also. So not only is it a good daycare, but the fact that it's in the neighborhood is really important and an asset. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that would like to speak? Is there anyone here in opposition to this revocation? Okay, we'll call this hearing heard. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Smile, will you please read the next case?
Sorry. 2804 North 14th Street, AOP 1171224, The Daily Drip. Full Train Cafe with cooking, no outside seating, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 14.
Is there anyone here to represent this application?
What's her name? Miss Evans, are you on the line? It's *6 to mute and unmute.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we get your name and address,
Good morning.
please?
Marion Evans, 2804 North 14th Street.
Okay. Can you tell us how big your cafe will be?
The cafe is it's not 1,200 feet, but only 592 square feet is being used for the cafe for right now.
Okay, what's the rest of it going to be used for? Is that your kitchen or?
It's storage at this point.
Okay. How many people do you think you're going to accommodate in the cafe? How many seats?
Right now, I have I can hold 49 people in there, and for both sides.
Okay,
And right
49.
now, yes, that's for both sides.
That's 49 total.
That's what the inspector told me.
Okay. Will you serve anything besides coffee?
Yes, we will be serving pastries, homemade pastries, and light breakfast wraps and sandwiches. Later on down the line, we'll go into light lunch, like soups and sandwiches.
Okay.
And of course, coffee.
Will any of your coffees contain alcohol?
Eventually, when I get my alcohol permit, yes.
Okay. How many employees will you have?
At the moment, it's just me and my husband.
Okay. Do you have any off-street parking for employees and customers?
There is off-street parking behind the building, but there's, if you coming on 14th Street, it's just street parking.
Okay. You know how many spaces you have in back?
No.
Okay. What days and hours of operation will you have?
Monday through Sunday from 7 to 3:30.
Okay. Will you have a commercial dumpster?
I didn't understand you.
You're not allowed to use the city dumpsters for your trash, so will you have a commercial dumpster?
Yes.
Okay. Is the cafe ADA accessible?
Yes, it is.
And how many exits will you have?
Have 2.
Okay. Will you have an outside walk-up window or a drive-through?
No.
Will you be posting signage on the building?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Just so you know, you'll need a permit from the zoning office for that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Do we have any outside seating?
No.
Okay. You said you had an inspector, and have you had all your inspections done?
I have 2 more inspections and I'll be through.
Okay. Have you reached out to your neighborhood association or your alderperson for their support?
Yes, I have reached out to my alderman. I have reached out to Crown Candy, who I'm across the street from, and to my community as well.
Yeah, I don't think we have any letters on file. Did any of them submit a letter of support?
Yes, I did submit the letters of support a while ago.
Okay, we have a letter from Crown Candy,
Yes,
a letter from Old North Neighborhood Association,
yes, yes.
and a letter from Alderman Rasheen Aldridge.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Let's see. 2 standard questions. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No,
And will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property values?
no.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I just like to thank the people who have come today to support me and my community.
Okay. Is there anyone else here in support of this application?
Hello, my name is Brielle Taylor, address 2958 Copper Creek Road.
Okay,
So I just want to say that everything that Miss Evans does in her community, it is very appreciated. We're also happy for her and rooting for her. I'm pretty sure that the Daily Drip is going to do great things. I've had the pleasure to taste her delicious pastries, and we're just so excited for her to open. So that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
I'd like
Anyone
to
else
speak in support.
Okay, Mr. Anderson,
Yes,
go ahead.
Marion is. Thank you. My name's James Anderson. I'm a neighbor of Marion. She's been an absolute wonderful neighbor, and very much looking forward to the opening of the coffee shop. I've also had the privilege of being a tester for some of the pastries, and they're wonderful. And this location had also previously been a coffee shop. And so it's consistent with its historic usage, and we're really happy to have the business. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Is there anyone else in support of this application?
Brian
Mr. Kruger.
Kruger. Brian Kruger, 2626 North 21st Street, St. Louis Place, fabulous 14th Ward. We're enthusiastically in support of Mr. and Mrs. Evans' opening of the Daily Drip. We're in St. Louis Place, we're not in Old North, but it's important because a healthy Old North to where the Daily Drip would be a part of is good for St. Louis Place as well as the surrounding neighborhoods like Hyde Park, JVL, et cetera, et cetera. Miss Evans didn't speak to her previous work experience, but she's been all about community with many years of service for better family life. So she walks the walk in addition to talks the talk. We'd be very supportive of the Daily Drip. We'd be happy to supply a letter from St. Louis Place Neighborhood Association, and I could send that to Samaya at zoning at stlouis-mo.gov. But very support and hopeful that Miss Evans could be open as soon as possible. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you. If you want to send that in, you need to email it by the end of this meeting. So can you do that right now?
I will get something off to you as soon as I disconnect after the hearing.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone else here like to speak in support?
Yes, I would also like to lend my support. My name is Deneen Vaughn. That's Denean. V as in Victor, Aughn. My address is 1122 North Park Place, St. Louis, Missouri, 63107. I live in Hyde Park. I met Marion about a year ago. And I just want to say right off the top that I am extremely jealous that I have not had the privilege of having any of those baked goods. Marion has held out on me. I can't believe it. But when I met Marion, she was such a kind and compassionate person. And she doesn't know it, but we are best friends. Yes, we are. I live in Hyde Park, and I just am thrilled at the opportunity to have a coffee shop. I really believe that the key to, as Mr. Kruger said, the key to our communities growing is our connections and the growth in other. Well, we're really one community, right? But as the neighborhoods expand and businesses start to come in, that's only beneficial to all of us. So I lend my 100% complete support because I mean, I love coffee, there's no doubt about that. But I would love an opportunity to get over there and enjoy what Marion and her wonderful husband have begun to create to connect our communities and to begin the work of attaching us. I mean, we really need to be attached so that we could begin to build and grow together. So this is excellent. This is an amazing opportunity for the North St. Louis community. And I am just thrilled, and I can't wait to get over there and get some coffee and some baked goods. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else here in support of this application? I've got KPTRHA.
Yes.
Yes,
Hi. My name is Kathleen Throw, Thro, and I live at 1444 Wright Street, which is about 2.5 blocks from the proposed coffee shop. And I would just love to see the coffee shop there. Be great for neighborhood cohesion, for friendships to develop and grow. And it'd be wonderful to see a vacant spot inhabited. And I'm 100% in favor of it. We've been waiting a long time since the previous place closed and would love to see it. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
I'd also like to speak.
Okay. What's your name and address?
My name is John Throw. I'm married to Kathleen. I live at 1444 Wright Street, about 2 blocks from the coffee shop.
Okay.
The coffee shop that was there before was like a neighborhood center. There would be celebrations there of various events, birthdays or Martin Luther King Day, and it was a tremendous asset to the neighborhood. And I would hope that this place, it sounds like it, would be a very appropriate replacement for the one we lost.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else in support of this application?
Dave.
Yes, hello.
Okay, Dave, would you like to speak?
Yeah, my name is Dave Eisenbrown.
Yes.
Eisen Braun. My address is 1409 Sullivan Avenue. And I'm not a coffee drinker, but I have also tasted the pastries, and I'm a big fan of this proposed coffee shop.
Okay, thank you very much. Ms. Mandel, would you like to speak?
Yes, my name is Lisa Mandel, Mandel. I actually live in University City, but I own property in Old North. So I'm a landlord. And I don't know if you want the address of a property I own in Old North or my home address.
Sure.
Or 2703 Hadley. And I also own 1457 Dodier. And
Okay,
someone, sorry?
what would you like to say?
As someone who is working quite a bit in Old North and has to drive quite a distance to get coffee, I am thrilled to have Ms. Evans open up her shop. We do miss La Mancha. I had the opportunity of meeting her within the last year. I know she had held kind of an open house, and she just seems like a fantastic person. I'm in full support of the Daily Drip.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else in support?
Hello?
Yes, can I get your name and
Yes,
address, please?
you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, it's Bella Herman. That's V as in Victor, E-L-A. Last name is Herman, Hermann, 1331 North Market Street.
Can you speak up a little more, please?
North Market Street.
Okay. What would you like to
We
say?
moved into Old North St. Louis we moved into Old North St. Louis about 14 years ago when the previous coffee shop was around, and it was a perfect community meeting spot. Got to meet your neighbors. You got to get involved in your neighborhood. I believe I've been a neighbor of Miss Evans for those 14 years as well. And I believe that she has really contributed greatly to the neighborhood in many ways. And this will just be one more addition. So my husband and I both greatly support her efforts.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there anyone here in opposition to this proposal?
Make sure. Is there anybody else in support?
Is there anyone else in support? Is there anyone else opposed? Okay, we call this hearing heard. Thank you all very much. Bella Herman.
Belaherman.
All right. 3921 Goodfellow Boulevard, AOP 1172324, Goodfellow Child Development, Daycare, 8 infants, no cooking, F Neighborhood Commercial District, Ward 13.
Is there anyone here to represent this application?
Yes.
Can we get your name and address, please?
Tanya Jones, 3903 Goodfellow, St. Louis, Missouri, 63120.
Okay, can you tell us about the age range of the children you'll be keeping?
From birth till 2 years old.
Okay. Do you live at this address?
No.
Okay. How big is the building?
It's like
for the
1,500.
daycare?
This one is like 1,500 square feet.
Okay.
We have the daycare that's across the parking lot. We're just adding this as an extension for infant center from the daycare that's already in existence.
Okay. Will you separate children by their ages?
No, because it's the infant center, it'll be all just infants.
Okay. How many employees will you have?
We have 2 employees that's over there that meets the ratio.
They're staffing both sides?
Yes.
What are your days and hours of operation?
Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Will you have a commercial kitchen to provide meals?
No.
Will you provide meals though?
Yes, we have a convectional oven that we use, and we'll transfer meals from the bigger center over to the smaller center.
Okay. Do you provide transportation to and from the daycare?
No, they're both in walking distance. They're right across the parking lot from each other.
Okay. Is there an area for the children to play outside?
Yes, it is. It's adjacent to the left side of the building.
And is it fenced in?
Yes.
Where's the main entrance to the building?
At the front door on Goodfellow.
Okay. How many entrances and exits will you have altogether?
2, one in the front, one in the back.
Okay. Is any of those ADA accessible?
Yes.
Or there's no steps?
No, it's both of them are wheelchair accessible.
Okay. You have a commercial dumpster for your trash?
Yes, we do.
Will you be adding signage to the building?
No.
Have you had any health or safety inspections done so far?
Yes, I've had health and safety by the state, and I have all the inspections done by St. Louis City.
Okay, great. Have you reached out to your neighborhood association or alderperson for their support?
No, because we have existing daycare that's there, and they gave us the support of that daycare.
So we have, Steve Handel. She's got a letter of opposition.
Okay. Okay.
I'll read it to her if you want.
We do have a letter of opposition from Alderman Pam Boyd. Have you received a copy of that?
No.
Okay, I'll read it to you. It says, as Alderman of the 13th Ward, I'm sending this letter as notification to Zoning Board of Adjustment that I'm in opposition of the opening of Goodfellow Child Development at this time. I'm asking that the business owners schedule some time to meet with me to discuss their business venture and if this business is a good fit for the ward. So basically, she's asking to meet with you.
Okay, can you give me her name? Yes, I'm going to do it. Can you give me her name and number, and I'll contact her?
Sure. It's Alderwoman Pamela Boyd, 13th Ward. Her number is 314-622-3287.
Okay.
Okay. Two standard questions. Will the use be detrimental to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare?
No.
Will the use cause serious injury to the neighboring property by hindering use or reducing or impairing property value?
No.
Okay. there anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Okay. Is there anyone here in support of this application? Okay, is there anyone here opposed to this application? Okay, we call this hearing heard. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll leave this thing.
3221 through 23 Olive Street, AB 58280824, Transferred Arts Foundation. Interior and exterior alteration per plans for restaurant and music hall, H Area Commercial District, Ward 11.
Okay, is there anyone here to represent this application? Okay, we'll need to continue this to the next meeting.
Is there anybody here for Olive for Kransberg Arts? Okay, we'll call this meeting heard. Thank you, everybody, for coming.